Christ, Clara, no! That's what you get! Oh, I wish I had the Carian cross. Ah! What? Explain that to me! Jesus Christ, good game, Jetson. Absolutely got demolished there. What the hell was that backstab though? Fucking DS1 comeback.
DS1 comeback indeed, yeah. That first clip you saw was of Storyteller on Twitch. I recommend you go and follow him on Twitch. He makes really good gameplay on Elden Ring. This is my level 81 variation of the meta build I used to show with the Golden Eye backstab, right? It's a build I really like because I got some good lore around it as well, and the Frenzy Flame with the 40 dex and the Radagon Seal really makes wonders at this level. I don't even need to like have like the good seals for the damage talismans, because you know holy damage is bugged and like almost no talisman end up buffing that shit. So in the end I just settle with the holy tier, and sometimes I have the Sword of Light buff as well as the Mikolas straight sword, you know, the last strike buff. This video is basically going to be like a collection of clips I gathered with some voiceover of it, and it's an excuse to talk to you guys about like the different backstabs I go for, and also like the lore I have, right? In this clip, what I wanted to actually show off is just how hard it is to actually go for some backstabs in Invasion. You just get piled with damage on top of each other all the time, and it can be quite tough. Honestly, I don't go for a lot of FP on this type of builds, because I can just like have the Starlight Shards with the Saint Trina's Blossom to just regen my FP. And like the regen is just insane, honestly. I can just like not worry about like FP consumption while I have those two buff actives. It's pretty insane. It's very good. I recommend you try it. You just have to be careful about the speed build up as well. I'm not helping myself here as well, because I have the mask that lowers my FP. But you know, this mask here is actually quite helpful for two reasons. For the first thing is that like I get to have a 40 dex at 81, which is pretty nice if you pair it with like the 32 faith requirement, 34 faith, I don't remember, of the golden arc, the giant golden arc spell. And yeah, I just need to be very careful about sleeps and frenzy stuff, but in a way it makes it a bit more balanced, especially for the frenzy stuff. There you can see that like Waves of Gold is not just like a long range fucking busted tool. It's actually a pretty good get off me tool as well. People actually don't realize how good that is at close range. Here you see me swapping to Nav Dagger to try to like have more distance and more movement to try to turn around and get the giant golden arc backstab. It was a pretty good clip. So here are the stats at 81. 81 is a good level range, so 42 vigor, 40 dex, and 34 faith. There, I was right at the end. 34 faith with the bombs, you know, the big parts and the small parts of frenzy. So this build, the lore around it, right? Like she was an inquisitor from the hornsent, sent to try to cleanse the Midrasments, and she came back, right? Like the effects of the frenzy stuff didn't affect her at first, and she was, you know, sent to the lands between, and came back as a tarnished, right? That's why her wielding the sacred relic sword makes it even more thematic, right? Like she wields the bones of the god she actually killed, which is pretty nice, going into the land of shadows with that relic, right? Like her trophy, and she went back to her hometown and felt like she could at least like get to see what happened to her hometown, her people, but everything was already in ruin, so she had just had to cleanse away what was left, right? Here on this clip, I actually get to spawn in this first part of the Deep Roof Depth. It's a pretty tough spawn. There are 3 people on me, and basically an empty area here. I try to swap to Assassin Gambit because I just don't want to be locked on from very far away, and I'm telling myself, alright, like if I want to have a good chance of getting them, I either have to be next to the ants, right? Or I could do something even better and eat them off with like a big bot, a big frenzied buff. So that's what I end up going for, right? And it ends up working pretty well for me for 2 phantoms, and then I get to sneak on the last one and take him off guard by spawning with a rend finger, right? Like a rend phantom finger. Here at this point, it's just going to be free reign to like actually experiment with some backstabs, see if I can catch him with a giant golden arc, or if I get to see something else that is pretty nice. He's running away from me, so I try to hit him with the fire call, because fire calls are really nice to like catch someone running away from you. I can see him unlocked, rolling away from me, so I'll end up going for a roll catch backstab. Yeah, roll catch backstabs. That's like a basic backstab you have to learn, right? Here we have a duelist, right? He's not rune arc, so I'm just going to enjoy it as much as I can. Try to get some backstab with the giant golden arc. He's just gonna like spam crouch pokes, right? He gets to roll away from the Flame of Frenzy like most of the hits, because he and I have a bit of latency, but it's fine. It's still manageable, and I get to like hit him pretty nicely. I tried to go for a Frenzied Burst because I didn't think he would be next to him, but in the end I get to catch him with R2. One and a R2 of the Great Sword is just so fucking good. I love it so much. It's a very underrated moveset, the one-handed Great Sword, especially the Sacred Relic Sword, right? Like it's a dex weapon, dex faith weapon, so you don't need to two-hand it to get like the full damage. You don't get hyper armor, but that's fine because Sacred Relic Sword is the second longest Great Sword in the game after the Lizard, but it does so much more damage, and the Asher War is just so good. And you know, it also has this really nice perk that is the critical modifier. Here you can see me get another roll catch backstab. It's even easier if someone is rolling, like fat rolling away from you on lockdown. This invasion actually had a lot of trouble finding the host. I don't even know where he was actually hidden, right? Like I ended up like looking for him for like a 5 minutes or so, and when I come back up, he ends up being up there. Like I don't even know how I missed him. But anyways, he was very new to this, and I was playing a bit with my food, trying to see if I could get something, and I just ended up getting a Estus backstab, and he was dead. 700 health. GG's, I had 81. This guy, it was weird. Like, he was Taunters, but he didn't have a lot of vigor, so I don't get what he was going for. I ended up matching with him like 3 times. First time was with a friend of his, and 2 other times was this time, and another time where he ended up running to the elevator at the start of this area, and ended up killing him in the elevator. I don't know. People are a bit weird in this game. Sometimes they do stuff I don't really get, but that's why I love it. Honestly, I think it was Revian who was saying back in DS3 that like what he really enjoyed about Invasion is just, you know, the randomness of the encounters that you can get with people. Here we can see someone just like with the fist, but fat rolling away, so I don't end up getting any backstab on these guys, but honestly, you'll find what's going to happen pretty interesting. I played a bit with my food because, well, what else am I gonna do if not this to enjoy what I can get? And here he rolls off, and I send his friends to meet with him in the underworld. Level 81 has to be one of my favorite rune level range, to be honest. You get so many invasion in Legendal, and also quite good variety of other places, right? So many people just like burst through weapon range and rune level to just like try to get bosses that they cannot kill otherwise. So it's pretty enjoyable from Liurnia to Leandel to sometimes even mountaintops and Farmazula. I even sometimes get some DLC area, but most people going through the DLC at this level are pretty twinked out, but it's good fun. Another instance of me getting a roll catch backstab, and there, like this backstab is what we used to call in DS3 cherry pick backstab, because it's like it's mostly something that we used to get in ganks. Speaking of cherry picking, here you can see me ganking. I know, I sometimes gank. No, but I was going through the game with a friend of mine, and with this build I just like had some good backstab that I could get, and also it's a good occasion to see the flora, the activity that you get at these places, right? Like what type of invader actually invades at 81. So here we have like an arcane with raptors and oh yeah, the bubbles. I didn't remember that. Yeah, my friend ended up going for star showers. Pops the bubble, right? We have a lot of latency, so like the only thing I'm going for at the moment is just Flame of Frenzy, because I'm saying to myself, alright, I'm gonna Phantom proc him. But we have like a co-invader to him, so that's pretty cool. Flaming Serpent, which is a dope spell. I love it so much as well. Okay, man, yeah, Flame of Frenzy is just such a good spell. Good get off me tool, and yeah, giant golden arc into the backstab and to the wake up with the Flame of Frenzy. Guaranteed wake up, by the way. If you don't charge it, you just get a bit of damage, not a lot, but you still get like a good wake up. If you charge it, they can R1 out of the grab and get you, but you know, most people will roll away and get caught by the full damage of it, which is what you want. I teabagged them a bit just because, you know, he and I had a bit of latency and it was hard to catch, but you know, Yeah, we're a serpent bow guy, so we decided to gank him a bit, but I still end up getting a good backstab on him. You know, with the giant golden arc here up. Flame of Frenzy, and that's gonna hurt a lot. Yep. This is GG. But enough of this disgusting gameplay. Ganking is quite nice when you have a friend, and going counters to get some invasions, but it gets a bit boring at some point, sadly. I was really hoping for nightreign to have like some invasion, and perhaps we're still going to get some as a DLC, who knows. You know, Vermintide 2 got some updates at some point to go with some rival mechanics, you know, to play as a rat and so on and so forth. So who knows, maybe we'll have some invasion at some point. We have some like boss that invade you already, so you know, it's not like they did away with the system entirely. I am very much aware that they are probably not going to put invasion into nightreign, but you know, a man can hope. Honestly, hope is what keeps me going for nightreign at this point. If they do not add any invasion, I'll probably play with some friends. I used to be a big fan of Deep Rock Galactic, even Vermintide, so I'll still like enjoy it. Probably 30 hours or so, and then hang back what I started. So we'll see. It's still a From Software game, so maybe I'll enjoy it, maybe I won't. We'll see. Man, I really tried to make Darkness work. It's just not good. I thought it would be at least a nice, you know, wake up backstab option, but it's just not good. It's just very, very bad. Sometimes you just cast it and it just doesn't hit something. Like they're right in front of you and it doesn't do anything. It's quite annoying. If it could at least, you know, hit something in front of you, that would be good, but it just doesn't. And the casting time is just too long. Sort of Light ends up being a better wake up, even though it's not a great wake up, than Darkness, just because, you know, it casts so much faster. And yeah, well, you get the buff as well, which is very nice. Very good buff, way better than the other one. If there's one build that has been really buffed through the DLC, the Shadow of the Earth 3 DLC, it's Dex Faith. From Leather's Needle to the drawstring buff that they added, a new drawstring with longer duration and better damage. And also all of the Black Knight stuff, especially the Twin Blade. By the way, nice tip, if you want to have like a good damage on the Twin Blade, just standard infuse them, especially at low level. Standard infuse that shit with drawstring, and you'll keep the base damage of Holy and the physical part of the weapon, and it's just a monster. It's just insanely good. Same stuff applies to the Fire Knight stuff, from the Queen line to the Short Sword and Ultra Great Sword. Really, really powerful at this level. I didn't go with any of the Fire Knight stuff here on this build, just because it doesn't fit, you know, the theme of it. I really liked making this build. It's probably one of my favorite builds at this point, at this moment. I enjoy sniping some of my friends that play at this weapon range and rune level range, right? I hope you enjoyed it. It's nothing new in terms of like backstabbers or anything, but I just wanted to try my hand at some gameplay with comments right on it, on top of it. Not necessarily a tutorial or soft, right? I hope you like this diversification of content, and if you do like it, you know, like and tell me if I should do more or not. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you soon. Take care.